Breaking news, Nigerians. 60 lawyers storm court to slam suit against the SSS, vow to ensure SSS DG lands in prison. No fewer than 60 legal practitioners on Monday approached a high court of the Federal Capital Territory to begin commuter proceedings against the state security. Welcome back to Prospect Janet TV. Thank you for always coming out here. If you are just joining us, please kindly subscribe and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Thank you. Nigerians, no fewer than 60 legal practitioners on Monday approached a high court of the Federal Capital Territory to begin commuter proceedings against the State Security Service, SSS. The lawyer said the suit was hinged on what they described as a violation of multiple judgments and orders of the court directing the agency to release a former central bank governor, Mr. Godwin EMEFIELE. The lawyers led by Mr. Maxwell Okpara and Mr. Ahmed Tijani prayed that courts to commit the SSS to prison until it clears itself of the contempt. The lawyers filed a motion before the courts for the issuance of Form 48 and Form 49, which are the forms used to commence proceedings to commit a contuner to prison. The lawyer said that by the judgments and orders by Justice M.A. Hassan, Justice Hamza Mazu, and Justice Bello Kawa, the SSS Director General sought to have released EMEFIELE from detention. In an affidavit in support of the application, the lawyers disposed to the fact that Justice Hassan restrained the respondents, particularly the SSS, from arresting, detaining, or interrogating EMEFIELE. This was with regards to offences connected to terrorism, financing, money laundering, round tripling, and financial crimes of national security dimension. They also disposed that, despite the clear and positive orders of the court, the DSS went ahead to arrest and detain EMEFIELE and had detained him for over a month while shopping for evidence which did not exist. Addressing newsmen after filing their processes, Okpara said the group would pursue the matter to its logical conclusion and ensure that Buchi was sent to prison. He said this was to serve as a deterrent to others, heads of security agencies, that disobedience of court orders would no longer be tolerated. Okpara also said it was preposterous that the SSS had accused EMEFIELE of having committed heinous crimes against the state only for it to now file a charge of possession of a valid registered pump-action rifle against him. It is not clear enough to Nigerians that the SSS is prosecuting EMEFIELE if after holding him for 5 weeks, they can only file a ridiculous charge of possessing a valid registered pump-action gun. This clearly shows that the travail of EMEFIELE is more for political reasons than for any other, NAN reports. Did EMEFIELE obey court order when Nigerians was suffering from his wicked Naira policy? EMEFIELE has made enough money in dollars to hire hundreds of lawyers to win cases for him. But one thing I know is that EMEFIELE cannot win God for all the pains it cost Nigerians. Why did you go to court? Where is President Muhammadu Buhari, the former president that authorized EMEFIELE's actions? EMEFIELE call should also arrest him. Did you know what you are talking about? Buhari was the brain behind EMEFIELE action, but he seems to understand he acts on the instructions of the president. The new CBN governor is working on the instruction to bat tomorrow. You will blame his actions on him instead of the man who sent him. Get sense, Oga. You will be shocked to know that majority of the said lawyers come from one region. DSS did not arrest or lock up EMEFIELE. Tinubu is just seeking his pound of flesh for being the CBN governor under whose tenure the former president introduced policy that he perceived he was the target. God bless you for being truthful in the midst of a blinded multitude. Simple and correct, and that is the truth. The lawyers who did not suffer for EMEFIELE's useless Naira policy will go to court to defend him. But if any of their family members suffered during that heartless policy, suffering will never cease from their families. Okay, guys, these are reactions from Nigerians. So, like what I always say, that it will be very nice, it will be very helpful if the Nigerian president will at least arrest the former president of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, because EMEFIELE was acting under his instruction. Then we will now understand that this government, they are really ready to cleanse the system according to them. So guys, let's hear from you. Kindly share your thoughts below the comment section, please.